Steve Pikiell ended Rutgers' 30-year NCAA tournament drought. He led the Scarlet Knights to back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances, won national coaches honors, and yet one publication has ranked him dead last amongst Big Ten basketball coaches entering the 2026-27 season. Did they get it right? That's our top story. Welcome to the Ed Blair Report. I'm Ed Blair. College Basketball Report recently released its preseason rankings of all 15 Big Ten men's basketball coaches, and Rutgers head coach Steve Pikiell came in at number 15. Today we're taking a closer look at why Pikiell received that ranking, what has changed around the Rutgers program this offseason, and what could determine where he's ranked a year from now. Pikiell enters his 11th season as Rutgers head coach after 2 difficult years for the Scarlet Knights. The rankings reflect where the program stands entering this season, and recent results played a major role. So how did Rutgers go from one of the Big Ten's best stories to seeing its head coach ranked last? When Steve Pikiell first arrived in Piscataway, Rutgers basketball was in need of a complete rebuild. He transformed the program. Rutgers reached back-to-back NCAA tournaments in 2021 and 2022 and ended a 30-year NCAA tournament drought. For that work, Pikiell was named the 2020 Jim Phelan National Coach of the Year. But momentum has slowed. Rutgers finished 15-17 during the 2024-25 season before going 14-20 overall and 6-14 in Big Ten play last year. Those results have shaped the perception entering this season. Still, there's another side to the story. It's easy to focus on the last 2 seasons, but Pikiell's resume tells a much larger story. Before Rutgers, he led Stony Brook to its first NCAA tournament appearance. At Rutgers, he rebuilt a struggling program into an NCAA tournament team and helped restore excitement around the Scarlet Knights basketball program. Those accomplishments don't disappear because of 2 difficult seasons. Now comes perhaps the biggest offseason of Steve Pikiell's Rutgers career. The Scarlet Knights are entering a completely new era. NBA picks Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey have moved on, and Rutgers has also hired Robert Sullivan as its new general manager while continuing to increase NIL support for the men's basketball program. This offseason has been focused on assembling a younger roster through recruiting, transfers, and international talent while returning to the physical, defensive identity that became the foundation of Pikiell's most successful teams. That brings us to Steve Pikiell himself. Throughout his career, Steve Pikiell has built teams around toughness, discipline, and defense. Those principles helped Rutgers become one of the Big Ten's toughest teams just a few seasons ago. Now, with an almost entirely new roster, the challenge shifts from rebuilding the program to rebuilding the identity. So, what does all of this mean? The number 15 ranking reflects where Rutgers has been over the last 2 seasons. But this offseason has looked very different. The university has increased its commitment to men's basketball through NIL support, added new leadership to the front office, and reshaped nearly the entire roster. Now the focus turns to whether those investments translate into wins. When I look at Steve Pikiell's number 15 ranking, I don't think the biggest question is whether it's fair. Rankings are built on results, and Rutgers simply hasn't won enough games over the last 2 seasons to earn the benefit of the doubt. The bigger question is what happens next. And for me, the biggest factor isn't recruiting rankings or preseason hype, it's the player development. Rutgers has increased NIL support, hired a new general manager, and completely reshaped their roster. If this coaching staff can develop those pieces into physical, defensive-minded team that we've seen before, I think that they'll climb the coaching rankings quickly. The 26-27 season just doesn't define Rutgers basketball, but it may redefine people and how they evaluate the head coach. Now, I want to hear from you. Did College Basketball Report get it right by ranking Steve Pikiell number 15 in the Big Ten? Or do you think that he's underrated entering the season? Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. You can also read my full analysis on Rutgers on SI. I'm Ed Blair, and this has been the Ed Blair Report. Thanks for watching.